This is how to make a small bulb lace ornament. This is what it looks like, what I'll be doing for the video, but this is one option. And here is another similar alternative. The supply list will be in the section below the video. First, you want to take a burnt out small light bulb and you want to paint it a light pink color, and I'm using apple barrel. And I'll need some glitter that's in pink too, and the one I did for blue I used that, and it's the same brand. You can get a multi-pack. But anyway, you want to put 2 coats of the pink paint onto the light bulb. And you want to put 2 to 3 coats, make sure it's completely covered. And then once it's dried, you want to add your glitter glue. And I like to add it at the base and spread it down to the bottom, but however you want to get it onto the bulb is up to you. But now I'm planning on adding the glitter glue and spreading that out. Okay, let that dry, and then we'll start adding in the embellishment. So we want to start prepping those. So go ahead and get your lace, and this is Ofray lace, and it has like a teardrop shape to it, which is really nice. I've used it for a lot of ornaments this year. And what you want to do is you want to cut off 2 pieces, one for each side. And I like to trim off the actual ribbon-like area at the top so that all I have is the kind of teardrop grape looking section left. In this Prep Shore lace. Now we want to make our tassel, and you want to get your paint bottle and wrap it around 10 times. And you want to cut the end. And then you want to do a small and a long piece of yarn. And you want to take your short piece of yarn and you want to send it through the middle after you pull your bunch off of your paint bottle. And you want to send that short piece through the middle and tie it tight at the top. Now you want to take your longer piece and fold one end so you have a loop, and then take it and put it at the base, and then take the long tail and wrap it from bottom to top, however many times. Usually it's about 6 or 7, and then send it through the loop, and then pull your original strand down so that the loop closes, and then you want to snip your excess off, which is just a little. You want to snip it off. And then you're going to want to cut your loops at the end to create your tassel. It's a really easy technique. Doesn't take a whole lot. And then you want to trim the ends up so they're nice and even. And we want to take our glue gun, and I've already glued on the end, which you just glue up one side and the other. And then I'm going to start at the base and put glue in a teardrop kind of shape all the way around one side. And then just put your teardrop lace on there, or your grape kind of lace, however you want to look at that. You want to glue it down, and you'll want to do the same to the other side. Do a teardrop shape. And then put that piece on. Okay, and I've taken some flowers that I'm going to glue in between. Nice pretty white flowers. You can do roses if you'd like. You can do rhinestones. This is completely up to you what you'd like to use. You saw that I took some trim and cut it up and put it on the pink one. So put your white flower on, and then I trim it with another au frais lace. Wrap it around the top to guide how much you need. Get you a little extra. Go ahead and cut the end and glue on. And because you want the overlap to be over one of the lace sections, so you can hide that overlap, so make sure that when you start it, make sure it starts over the center of the lace section. So go ahead and apply the glue all around the base. And wrap it around. Press it tight, make sure it's on there. Then you're going to want to hot glue that rhinestone onto the side to cover up your overlap. Plus it adds a nice embellishment. The rhinestone hearts are not hard to get. They're easy to get. So go ahead and glue that on, and that's it. Add your hook and you're done. Your ornament's ready.